it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today we are going to be talking about the animated Death of Superman movie, which is the 2018 comic adaptation or animated adaptation of the comic of the same name. We did get a live action adaptation in 2015 or 2016 with Batman v Superman, but the main two questions we are asking today are: does it improve from Batman v Superman, and does this beard look good on me? Let me know in the comments below. I'm debating about keeping it or not. It's in the growing stages, so it looks a little strange, so I apologize. Anyways, let's get in on this. So, I am not going to dance around spoilers on videos like this because, one, the comic's been out for almost 30 years. This movie's been out for 4, and there was a big giant movie that's been out now for 6 years that did the same exact story, so I'm not going to hold back here. So we open to Metropolis, where a kidnapping is taking place, and it's by this big gang that is basically powered up by tech. Now, it's looking pretty bad, but Superman comes in and saves the day. In this, we are introduced to not only Jimmy Olsen, but the Flash and the Cyborg after Superman saves the day. They start analyzing stuff, and they have hints of the world of Apocalypse helping build this tech, but also using human tech as well. And they also, for some reason, had a mother box. So Superman meets up with Lois and gives her a whole exclusive about his real family and everything like that, kind of like his background. And they look at his ship, and what this movie does really good too, like any chance it gets, is showing Superman's popularity, on how he's changed Metropolis and how people respect him and everything like that. But we also find out that Lois Lane still doesn't know that Superman and Clark Kent are the same people, even though they are dating. And we get to see that more development from Cyborg's dad about the metal, and that it is like a hybrid of something human and something from Apocalypse. And when Superman finds out, he confronts Lex Luthor, who is voiced by Dwight, by the way. And Lex kind of brushes it off. And then we get this seemingly unrelated scene of a bunch of astronauts in space working on something. And the head astronaut is talking about how Superman saved his life, and he thinks Superman's the best person in the whole wide world, and blah, blah, blah. And then something teleports out of space, killing all of them. The head astronaut dying, thinking that Superman's going to come to save them, and he does not. In the next scene, we see Superman and Wonder Woman training and talking about Superman's personal life and if he should tell Lois or not. Which then we're led to know that the Justice League is about to have a meeting. And next thing we see is Lex Luthor investigating this meteorite that comes in. And it hits water, so he has to have somebody track it underwater, where we see the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans and Lex's people check it out, and everybody dies from this mysterious spaceman, being obviously Doomsday. Next we get to see the Justice League have a meeting, which is actually pretty funny, because it's like everybody's kind of got their own personal thing going on for like the next meeting. It felt like a D&D meeting, where it's like, oh, I can't make it, I gotta parent-teacher conference for my son. Oh, I can't make it, I'm getting married. Okay, I can't. It's pretty funny how it's like that. And in that, Superman asks the Flash if Iris knows that Barry Allen is the Flash, and it kind of helps him realize he should probably tell Lois. Which, after that, immediately Clark goes on a date with Lois to meet his parents. And she begins to be upset seeing that Clark has a lot of secrets that he's trying to still hide from Lois. And she kind of just leaves in a fuss. And the next day, they decide to go on a date together to discuss something, which Superman or Clark is making it that he's going to tell her that she's Superman. But then Doomsday attacks the mainland, and the Justice League goes to stop him, but he is way too strong. And while this is happening, so Clark's date with Lois, where he tells her that he's Superman. And as that happens, Lois finds out that Doomsday is moving forward, which she names him Doomsday, by the way. And at this point, the Justice League is basically defeated, which is where Superman gets involved. And we get a very long and drawn-out battle where you feel every punch and you see every attack and everything like that. And it really wears Superman down. And basically, during this, Doomsday is just upgrading and upgrading. Now, he's about to finish a whole group of people off, including Lois and Jimmy, when none other than Lex Luthor actually comes up to save the day. Now, he doesn't do it to save Superman. He does it for the glory, and ends up getting beat up too, which ends up with Superman getting back into the fight and getting more beaten. And again, he's about to die when Lois throws a rock at Doomsday. And Doomsday decides to turn over and try to kill Lois, which gives Superman enough strength to get up and punch him. I would say as hard as he can, but probably at like 75 or 80% power, snapping so hard that Doomsday snaps his neck. But in the process, Superman gets impaled, which is where he dies. We then see Superman's funeral with Lex Luthor giving a eulogy and Batman missing out on the funeral because he lost his best friend and other really sad things. And then we get the one thing that I dislike about this is at the end, Superman immediately comes back to life. It's almost like there's no wanting people to believe that Superman's dead in this. I mean, obviously everybody knows Superman comes back from this. They could have just left it out. That's my only critique about the movie. Other than that, I thought this was a phenomenal movie. My favorite scene probably is the Justice League just sitting there talking about normal lives and everything like that. But like I said, my least favorite scene has to be the ending where they show Superman actually come back. But in this, we also get hints of Steel being created and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's go for the ranking system. So for animation, I gave it the same rank I give most DC animated movies that are in the same vein as this. Gave it an 8 out of 10. While it's very beautiful animation, at the same time, it looks very wooden and very, like, bland in a sense, I guess. But yeah, and then the script I gave a 9 out of 10. There were some moments where it was like kind of a little cheesy or a little too over the top. For story though, because this was such a phenomenal story, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Voice acting, I gave a 8 out of 10. Now I know I made the joke with Dwight voicing Lex Luthor, which is actually true. I just didn't feel that was the perfect voice acting for Lex Luthor. I always feel Lex Luthor has like a deeper, less whiny voice. And then there's just some other characters too that I felt like their voice was a little off, I guess. But characters, I gave the characters 10 out of 10 on this, which I usually never do with characters because there's always one I dislike. But what I really liked about this is that you felt the entire city of Metropolis with people like, hey, Superman, you're the best. Hey, can I get a selfie? Hey, can I ask you a question? And like just showing that this is Superman's so much more than a superhero to these people. He's a symbol, he's a friend, stuff like that. So the total score is a 9 out of 10. So I really enjoyed this movie. I highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's That Nerd Ryan telling you, have an amazing day.